Welcome to the first of this week's bonus member tutorials, where I'm going to be showing you a series of cool vocal processing techniques, where we're going to be working with this vocal here.
Don't say anything. Don't.
So yeah, I'm making these in response to a request from one of our members, Era. And this first one is going to be in Ableton Live here, although you could easily apply these techniques to other DAWs. And what we're going to do is create a choppy rhythmic effect with our vocal, which is also going to have some nice stereo effects as well. So I'm going to achieve this with a gate in Live. So I can just add that to the track. And what we're going to do is use the sidechain facility. Now, if you're totally new to this, then gating is normally used to silence or really reduce the level of the quiet bits in between the bits of the signal that you want, for example, on a vocal or guitar track, which might be distorted and noisy in between. But when you use it with a sidechain source, then you can use the level on another track to trigger the gate in order to create a rhythmic pattern that turns the gate on and off in order to create choppy, cool effects. So we just need an external source to achieve this. And one of my favorite ways, because it's so quick and easy, is with Loop Cloud. You just select a track here, search for any sample, like for example, a hat. And if you don't have any kind of subscription, then you can just choose free if you want. And then just choose any sample there. And then go to the hat patterns. And I'm going to go for 16th accent. And now you can see we've got 16th note hats going up and down in level. And all you have to do is, I'm just going to solo this track, so we're just dragging out this pattern, drag out the processed one instantly onto a track here in Live. And if we just solo that one, and we've got our 16th note hats. We don't need to listen to that though, so I'm turning that one off. I'm just going to name the track Sidechain. And now going back to our vocal track, if we select that as the source of the gate sidechain, then when I bring down the threshold,
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't.
to the point where it's just below the peaks of the hat that you can see just in the background on the meter there.
Don't say anything. Don't say.
You can hear it's now triggering the gate nicely and creating a very choppy effect with our vocal, which is really cool. Now, if you want to tweak it, then you can just always make the envelope parameters a bit more rapid, although I think they sound pretty good right now. And also bring the floor right down if you want to make sure it's cutting the level as much as possible in between those bursts. And also keep the return down fairly low if you want the maximum effect as well.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't.
So that's our cool rhythmic effect. Now I'm going to use Auto Panner to create the stereo effect. And what I want is for each one of these little bursts of sound to be panned left and right. So I'm turning the amount up to max and I'm setting the rate to an eighth. So that will mean that every time an eighth note passes, which is every two of these 16th notes here, we get it going hard left and then hard right.
Don't say anything. Don't say.
So at the moment it's smoothly shifting from one side to the other, but if we want to turn up the shape dial there, then we can have it more extremely jumping as it turns it more into a square wave.
Don't say anything. Don't.
I think I personally prefer the effect of a downward sawtooth though, so we have that kind of jumping, but then it moves in a linear fashion from side to side.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
So yeah, it's sounding pretty cool. So let's check that out with our beats.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say.
So yeah, pretty cool. And don't forget, in Live, one of the things that's really great is the user library. So if I just select both of those, hit Command G to group them up into a rack, I can just save this as gated. And equally with the sidechain, you can just drag that to your user library as well. And then say, look, we're just starting off with our vocal once again without the sidechain or the effect rack. We can very quickly drag out the sidechain and it's instantly there. and then go up and choose our gated effect. Just drag it straight into our vocal. Then just select sidechain as the source, and then you're instantly ready to go. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. For more like this, sign up to our membership where there's a free 14-day trial, after which you'll receive lots more like this every week, as well as having full access to all of the courses and content on our site.